Hey guys, it's Andrea here from Crafter Support, and today we're going to do an unboxing with the Cricut Maker 3, and we're going to do a setup and our first cut. So we're just going to jump right in and get into the box. So if you guys have been following me for a while, I purchased this back in, I think, early November, maybe the end of October, and I never had time to set it up with the holidays and everything going on. So I thought we'll just do it right after Christmas, in case some of you may have gotten one for Christmas. Whether you got the Explorer Air 2 or the original Maker or the Explorer Air 3 or the Cricut Maker 3, you set them up pretty much all the same way, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is a pretty heavy machine. It's heavier than the Explorer Air 2. So the first thing we're going to pull out is the information envelope. And what's in there is our getting started guide. And it says, let's get started, and it will walk you through everything that you need to do. And of course, they always give you something to start with your first cut. So we're going to be using this today. This is Smart Vinyl, and I'm going to jump into that in a little bit. And then you get your warranty information. I suggest you keep these. I have a clear, binder insert that I use, and I stick all of mine into it, and I just mark down when I purchased it, where I purchased it from, and all the information. I just write right on that. Okay, so now we're going to get rid of the packaging. They always package everything so nicely and safe. So if you're ordering yours, like I ordered mine, don't worry, they ship very well. And I actually purchased mine as a bundle. So everything you see behind me except this came with the bundle that I purchased from Cricut.com. I am an affiliate with Cricut. All that means is that if you purchase something from the links that I post below, I may make some money off of it, but you will always get my opinion, honest opinion. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you know I have my own opinions, and that's all that I share. So definitely, you can check out my links below if you're looking to get anything that I have up here. Okay. I'm going to make some room. Oh, it is substantially heavy, guys. It's wrapped very nicely. I'm going to try to get this box out. Okay, so what you get here are multiple materials that you can use in your Cricut Maker 3. And you get your electric plugs and your USB ports. So you just get your regular plug that goes into the back of your machine. You get your USB port that can hook up to your laptop or computer or whatever it is you're using. This is Bluetooth compatible, so if you don't want to use your USB, you don't have to. Personally, I use my USB because I think it works even better with the USB. I've had a lot of people tell me that. I've tried it, and I believe that that is true. And that's everything in the box. Okay, so let me make some space here. So the first thing I want to do is take off the plastic, and I'm just using my True Control knife for this. All right, so this one is a lot heavier. This won't be one that I will be switching back and forth from, just because I have mine on shelves and I have to pull them down. I'm sure this one will stay on my desk. I do have my Explorer Air 2. It is definitely way lighter, in my opinion. I'm not sure of the difference of weight, but this one just seems very more substantial. And then I have my Cricut Joy, which obviously it sits on my regular crafting desk, and I use it just about every day that I craft. So just something to think about if you're looking for a machine that is just going to be sitting in one spot. This is definitely probably that one. All right, so how you open this machine is you just lift the top and it pops right open for you, which is so nice. And you're going to want to remove this. This is just like the styrofoam. You're just going to pull that out and get rid of it. And it's ready to set up, guys. It's that easy. There is a tray here for you to put any of your supplies. So if you have weeding tools, things like that, they can all fit in here nicely. Again, this is my True Control knife that I use all the time. There's a space for your blades, which you can stick in here, and it's magnetic, and you can put that down. If you'll notice the difference on, which I don't think you'll be able to see it, but I can show you a picture. The difference between the first thing I noticed is between the Explorer Air 2 and the Maker 3 is the Explorer Air 2, this is completely open, nothing's stopping it. But on the Maker 3, there's like these guides that you're going to use to stick your smart vinyl in. So what smart vinyl is, you don't need a mat. If you noticed, if you've purchased the Explorer Air 2, you know you get a mat with it, usually the blue mat, which is for paper and thin stuff. It will come with a mat. This machine doesn't need a mat because it uses smart material, which is all of the stuff I have back here. The smart material doesn't require a mat because it fits perfectly in, and the machine just knows to pull that through, and it works perfect. What we're going to do is get it completely set up. So I'm going to jump onto the big screen and we're going to set the machine up, and all you have to do is follow along. So now we're going to do the setup. So I already plugged my machine in the back, and I have it all plugged into the outlets, but it's going to show you step by step up here on the screen that you can follow. So what you need to do, if you don't already have a Cricut and this is your first machine, you're going to want to look at the Let's Get Started pack, and it's going to tell you to go to cricut.com/setup. So that's how you're going to activate your machine. If you already have a Cricut and you already have an account with Cricut, all you have to do is go into your Cricut account. And up here where it says Canvas, you're going to scroll down so it says Home, Canvas, and it'll say New Product Setup. That's what you're going to click on. So you're going to click on that, and it'll say Start Smart Cutting Machines or Heat Press. We're going to be setting up a heat press in my next video, I think. But for today, we're just going to be clicking on the Smart Cutting Machine. And then you're just going to pick what machine it is. So like I said at the beginning, you pretty much set them up all the same way as long as you pick the right machine that you're setting up. So we're setting up the Cricut Maker 3. We're going to click on that machine. And then it's going to ask you or tell you, make sure you have 10 inches of space behind your Cricut Maker 3, which we do. And then it has an arrow over, so we're going to click on that. And it'll show you how to plug everything into the back. So my stuff is already plugged in. Again, I already have my USB plugged into my laptop. Again, you can do it with with Bluetooth. You don't have to hook it up to a computer. I prefer to do that. So now it's showing you to plug it into your wall outlet, and it's showing you to turn your machine on. So now that our machine is turned on, we're going to click Next. And it's asking you to install it with your USB or Bluetooth. So now you can either install it with USB or Bluetooth. Again, I chose USB, and I just simply plugged it into the cord that it came with. I plugged it into my machine. So I'm going to choose USB, and now it's going to run through, and it's saying that it's not recommended that I do it that way, and that's okay, but I'm still going to do mine that way because that's how I choose to do mine. So now we're going to click Continue. It's going to say your add Maker 3 to your Cricut ID under my email address, and I'm going to say yes, I agree to Cricut's terms of use, and we're going to activate. Look how quick. So it says it was successful. You're ready to go. So now it's just rebooting the machine, and it's saying let's get the latest and greatest features. So stay connected and powered on during the reboot. So we're just going to let it do its thing. So remember, guys, any machine that you purchase from Cricut is this simple to install to set up. I shouldn't say install. You're just setting the machine up. So I choose to use the USB because I plug my laptop in for all of my cuts unless I'm using my Cricut Joy. My Cricut Joy, I don't use it with my laptop necessarily. I usually use my phone, but with the Maker 3, I may do the same thing just because it uses smart material and I haven't tried it yet. So I don't want to tell you guys I'm never going to use it without my USB. I may, but I just want to give you guys that. Okay, so the updating is complete. I want to mention while it was updating, the power button was red, and then once it completely updated, it's like whitish blue. So now we're going to click next. And it's going to test your machine. So to make sure your machine is working perfectly, we'll cut this vinyl decal to get started. So select next. So I'm going to click next. Okay, so now it says prepare for cut. So we're going to click our arrow over. It says use both hands to insert the smart vinyl sheet that came with your machine. So this is the black piece that came with your machine, and it's already on your smart vinyl. So it says use 2 hands, but I only have 1 available. Okay, so we're going to do that. So we have to just make sure they're under the guides. And then we're going to hit our loading button. And the loading button flashes when it's ready for you to load it. Oh, it's very quiet. Okay. So guys, I'm looking down here at my computer. If you notice, I'm looking down a lot. And you guys are seeing it up here on the big screen. Okay, now it's saying press go. So your go button used to be a Cricut C, and now it's just like a play button. And we're going to click it. And let's see how fast it cuts. They say it cuts super duper fast. I'm interested. Oh, it's definitely more powerful. I can feel it like shaking the table a little bit. Wow. Wow. That was really fast. Okay, so now we're going to unload it by clicking the unload button. Wow, that was really fast. I'm impressed with that. Now, okay, so that was really fast for a cut. Now it says to click continue. And it just welcomes you to Cricut because it was that easy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weed this vinyl and see how easy it is to weed. I have used smart vinyl on my Joy before and haven't had any issues, but I kind of feel like every machine is different. So I'm going to just try weeding. Perfect. So weeding is just taking the extra stuff out that you don't want in there. So basically we were cutting the word Cricut, and we just need to peel out a few pieces like the center of the C's, and I think that was it. The center of the C's, yeah. And look how perfect that cut. The top of the eye stayed. That's what I was worried about. I thought maybe it might peel off, but it didn't. And you have all this extra vinyl to cut with. Again, you can use smart vinyl on your Explore Air 2, and obviously in your Joy, you just need to cut it down to fit into your Joy. And if you want to use it on your Explore Air 2, you just have to cut it so that it fits on your mat in the corner wherever you place it. So that is the cutting. So that was super easy, guys. We unboxed it, we set it up through the system, and we already did a cut. Now you can start creating. But I want to tell you some of the features about the Cricut Maker 3 that I think are really amazing. And let me just clean up here. That there. And I had to take some notes. I had to write some things down so I didn't forget them. But you can find all this information out online. This isn't like a secret that I have that I know. These are things that I went on to Cricut.com and I looked up personally for myself to know before I even purchased it, because I wanted to make a good decision when purchasing whether I was going to get the Explore Air 3 or the Maker 3. And I just decided to go ahead and jump up to the Maker 3. but I have a feeling I'm going to have the Explorer Air 3 too, just because I want to share with you guys all the different machines and show you how they can be used. And depending on what you want yours for is going to depend on what machine you want. Like I said, I decided to go with this one. It was on sale. And I got the bundle, which gave me all of this extra stuff. So remember that when we opened the box, we got extra material, and we're going to go over that. But I know you guys wanted to cut with it, so that's why I cut with it before I got into all of this. But this is some good information, so you're going to want to stick around. Also, if you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. Crafter Support is a channel that I started a year and 4 days ago. And it's just to be able to craft with you guys, to inspire you guys, and to never have to craft alone, because you can always hop on YouTube or join our Facebook group and you can craft with us. So the first thing we get in this, you might get different colors. I believe that's what Cricut said. You might get something different, but this one is sticker cardstock. Guys, I'm going to stress to you, if you're using a Cricut machine, use their product. I'm not telling you that because I'm an affiliate. I know that's something that has been brought up. That is not why I tell you that. These machines were made for these products. I've told you that in the past. If you follow me, when I use Stampin' Up! Products, I use my Stampin' Up! Stuff because I feel like it cuts better. It the paper cutter, we have a personal trimmer with Cricut, but Stampin' Up! Has their own trimmer, and I would use that, and I used it with my Stampin' Up! Paper. But when I use Cricut, I like to use my Cricut products because they were designed to work with those products. You know what I mean? So I am brand kind of specific when I'm creating because I want it to turn out. It's not cheap. We have to be smart with our products. So that rant's over. But what we're going to do is just use our Cricut stuff with our Cricut machine. Sticker cardstock. Can't wait to try it. I have some. I just haven't used it yet. We have Smart Iron-On, black. And guys, you can feel the difference between the Smart Iron-On and the regular Iron-On. And it's just the backing that it's on. Then you have transfer tape. So Cricut transfer tape, again, has been an issue with some people. Like I love Cricut transfer tape. Like I said, if you follow me, you know I'm like, I love Cricut, and that's why I do what I do. Cricut transfer tape works amazing when you use Cricut products. Definitely, I have people say, well, I got it and it didn't work. Chances are you were using it with a different brand. These are designed to work specifically with the Cricut product. Then we get some Smart Vinyl, and we get, this is our removable black. So removable vinyl is perfect for anything that's indoors, not going to be in the elements, things like that. That's what removable vinyl's for. But we're going to do a whole class on just vinyl alone, and it's going to be pretty amazing. So basically, we have all that together. So you'll get a version of all of this. You just might get different colors. And now I'm going to tell you about the features. So on the side of your Maker 3, telling you guys, it's substantial. You have a USB port. This is so you can plug in a tablet, a phone, whatever it is that you're deciding to create with that day, and you can plug it right into the side of your machine, and it can charge your device for you while it's on. Then there is a slot here to put your iPad or whatever you're using, your phone. It sits right down in here, and you could just create with it leaning up against that. And I think that's pretty cool that they have that option because I use my phone a lot. Like I said, with my Joy, I have a feeling I'm going to be doing it with this as well. And then I've showed you the tray that we have. And it has a silicone cup over here so you can put your tools. I use a caddy, but you can put your tools in here. And it keeps them handy if you like you're sitting out. I do have covers. I put covers on all of my machines. I have pets. I have a German Shepherd, and her hair gets everywhere. So even though she's not in where I normally craft, I do keep my machines covered. So that's the fun stuff that I'm just going to call out right now on the machine that I'm excited about. I want you to get the full potential of your machine because they are pricey and you want to make nice things with it. Use the Cricut product that goes with the Cricut machine and you'll get really great results. So here's just some of the information, not all of it, about the Cricut Maker. So it's the most versatile machine that Cricut has made and that they offer at this time. It can cut 300 plus materials. It can cut anything from washi tape to leather to engraved metal. Like, it does amazing things. Then it has 13 different tools. I don't have any of the extra tools other than, no, I don't. I didn't purchase any extra tools. Now you can use tools like I have the foil transfer kit for the Explorer, which can be used on any machine above the Explorer Air up. And I have one for the Joy. So you can use your Explorer Air up foil transfer kit on your Maker 3. Then it has a cut force of 10 times with adaptive tool system. It can cut speeds. Its cut speed is 2 times faster, which you guys just saw that. And you know what? It was a lot quieter than my other machine, than my Explorer Air 2. And I guess my Joy is quieter too. So this is pretty quiet. So if you're a late night crafter, it should work well for you. It cuts smart materials like these. It cuts it has smart materials available 13 by 75 feet. If you run a business, that's the deal that you should go with. And if you're a Cricut Access member, you get a discount whenever you purchase from Cricut. And also, I'll have links below to everything, but if you go into Access members only on the Cricut shop site, you can go in and they have deals all the time for buying in bulk. So definitely check that out. You can use mats with this machine if you weren't sure. All you have to do is just select that you're using a mat when you go into create, when it says make it, you just pick what mat you're using. And that means you can use regular Cricut vinyl in there as well. You don't have to just use Cricut Smart Vinyl. The maximum cut length is 12 feet. That's a lot, guys. I don't know what you're making that's bigger than 12 feet, but you can cut up to 12 feet on one consecutive design. It has a roll holder. Let me grab that. So I purchased this separate, and it attaches to, I'll show you, yeah, you can see it this way. So it attaches to the front of your Maker 3 and it holds your rolls, because imagine if you had a 75-foot roll and just laid it on your table. If it rolled off and landed on the ground, you'd have to roll all that back up. But it has a roll holder, which I'm going to be doing a video on so you guys can see how to attach it to your machine and how to place your rolls in, and it cuts for you. So it'll adjust your design that it just cut, and then you can just have this little slide cutter across it, so you're wasting minimal material, which is pretty awesome. Okay, and then of course we have the built-in stand that we talked about and the print and cut. This is the only thing that I wish they would upgrade, is the print and cut. I would love to be able to cut an 8 by say 10.5 when we do print and cut, but right now the feature is only 6.75 by 9.25. I know we have 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper, but I know they also put a registration box around so they know what marks. That's a whole nother video, but it does print and cut 6.75 by 9.25, which is still a decent amount. Of course, you have your free app and design space. I can take you into design space here. And it has a learning center. If you can't find something on YouTube that myself or another creator does, you can go into Cricut and try to find the information you're looking for there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my canvas, and it's up here, guys. In case I'm looking down here, it's up here. And here's where you can create. There's so many things that you can create. There's images on here. You just click image. You pick what you want to look for, and you can like write for yourself. Let's look for food and drinks. And look, 20,003 free images just for food and drinks. So what you're going to see here is the A up here. This shows that, I'm sorry, right there. That A shows that I'm an Access member. So when you get your machine, you'll get a free month of access, Cricut Access. You do not have to pay for access in order to use your machine or bring designs in. However, if you want to be able to use all of these designs, absolutely, like whatever you want to make, as much as you want to make, you need to be an Access member, because I think it's like $10 and something cents a month, and you get to use everything on there for free. Like you can use anything. Now there are some that are like Disney and trademark things that you have to pay for, but there's so much on here that you can create with. You can also bring designs in from Etsy. You can bring designs in that you can just create stuff on your own, but they offer so much. So Access to me is worth it. I know some people don't think it is, and that's perfectly fine. For me, I love having Access. It gives me a ton of fonts. It gives me images, print and cuts. It gives me fills, so much. So I want you guys to really think about that if it's something you're going to use. And that's why they give you the free month, so you can try it out before you actually pay for it. But I would like to hear if you use Cricut Access, if that's something that you recommend to people or not. So if you could comment below, let me know. All right, so, and all you have to do is click on it and click Add to Canvas. And there it is on your screen. So it's super simple to pull images off of Design Space as well for Access. But it's easy to download them and bring them in from Etsy as well. And I have videos on that, and I'm going to be making more. So that's all, guys. I think I covered everything. It's a Bluetooth and USB compatible. I think that's all. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to be doing a video on everything you get with a bundle in case you got some Christmas money or birthday money and you're thinking of buying a Cricut Maker 3 or an Explorer Air 2 or an Explorer Air 3 or the Joy. I'm going to show you all of the fun things that they do, and I'm just excited for 2023. So I will talk to you guys in the next video and hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.